generations. And now, the power of two restores the one.
We got a bidet! Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel, Dyad in the Rough. Today we're talking about one of the latest announcements from Ubisoft about Avatar. So if you aren't aware, there was an Avatar game that came out not too long ago. It's called Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, as we can see behind me there. And at the recent Ubisoft presentation, not only did we get exciting information about Star Wars, but we also got exciting information about Avatar. So Avatar came out, I believe it was last year because I played it around Christmas time. And then it had, a season pass where it's supposed to have two different DLCs come out. And this is the first one. So giving some context here, uh, as far as the game itself, I have the entire game here on YouTube on the channel. You can watch the gameplay for yourself. Me, I was not overly enthused about the game. I was very much in the group that felt that the game was very empty. The game was filled with environment. So, like, if you watch the movies and you see the environments, they're phenomenal. Whereas in the game, it's the same thing with the environment. But when you look at the environments, and even when you look at your character going into battle, you never see any other Na'vi in those battles. The only time you see Na'vi is when you're either going to a village or if you are doing some sort of like training mission with the Na'vi, which I thought was very stupid. Uh, if we're trying to make something like big and cinematic, we should be working together in some of these battles and not just basically being a one-person army the entire time. And so, with that being said, after I had finished the original game, went and got all the trophies, did all the different things, that I believe that I could possibly do with it. I was actually pretty much ready to be done with the game. However, I bought the season pass just because I wanted to make sure that I played all the content here on the channel. And so now we're here. Now we get our very first piece of DLC, and it's called the Skybreaker. It comes out, I believe, in July. Double check our date here. Yeah, July 16th. So right around the corner, next month. And then the second one, I believe, comes out in like August or September, somewhere around there. So not too far behind this one. But we got a little preview for it. The preview basically, I was very worried at first about the preview because at the end of the game, spoiler alert, the Na'vi are successful. And the beginning of this trailer was basically kind of like it seemed like a village competition of games, so kind of like maybe an Olympics, so to speak, for the Na'vi. And so I was a little concerned about that. I was like, I really don't want to play Na'vi sports if that's what this is gonna be. But a little bit into the preview, we noticed that something goes terribly wrong, and that is that the humans are not, down and out from the main campaign. They come in and they basically blow up the games, and then it's up to us as the Avatar and Navi people to go in and, save the village. And I believe that's basically the premise of the I really don't know. I don't know how much content we're gonna get with this DLC pack. I don't know if it's gonna be like a 2 hour thing, if it's gonna be like a 10 hour thing. Really hoping it's a 10 hour thing, quite honestly, just because I know the season pass was like $30 or something, maybe 40. I think it was 30. But either way, the premise is small, so I kind of think it's gonna be essentially a rehash of some of the missions from the main game. It seemed I don't remember the character because it's been so long, but it seemed like that there was a connection between the guy that is, coming back and attacking the Na'vi and your character. And so maybe there's going to be some sort of relationship there that clashes, but ultimately, n- this is the worst part of all. None of it really looked different than what we've already done. So I'm concerned with the fact that maybe we'll get another like facility or depot or something, but what will be different? What will they expand on it? Is it just essentially going to be another side mission of very similar stuff that we've already done? Or are we going to see some creativity here? Are we going to get maybe another ability? Because there's a whole bunch of different abilities you can unlock throughout the game to make your character better. Are we going to get another one of those? Are we going to get more locations where we can, unlock more health? I remember you can, touch the plant and then you gain more capacity for your health. It- Are we going to get any of these things? Because if we don't get anything, big or new, then I think this DLC is going to be a failure. So I don't want to say that it's going to be a failure right away because we have to give it a chance. We have to see what they do with it. But it is going to be very, very, uh, I would say, impactful on my excitement for the second DLC. So we have not seen anything for the second DLC. We have I believe we know what it's gonna be. Yeah, the second one is gonna be Secrets of the Spire, and it's coming out in the fall. Oh, so maybe that's actually gonna be like September, October. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I am if you've seen my video before talking about the Avatar game, I'm not the biggest fan of the movies. But I love the idea. I love the environment. The environment is super cool. The creatures are super cool. The Na'vi are super cool. I just think that the stories and things that they do in the movies are quite boring. Just because mostly probably because it's so long and drawn out. The second movie I thought wasn't nearly as good as the first one. And so it's kind of like, well, why'd you play the game? It's like, well, because I wanted to be a Na'vi. I wanted to, dive into this world. And so I think that's really the only reason why I really want to come back to, aside from, filming it for the channel, that's really like the only reason why I want to come back to the game. And plus, we paid a lot of money for it. We want to get more hours out of it. So I hope this DLC pays off. I hope it ends up being good. If you're concerned about it, make sure to come back to the channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications if you enjoyed this video. Again, we will be having this DLC covered on the game we will be having the DLC covered on this channel. There we go. So come back here in July next month and then come and see what this DLC is all about. Drops a like if you liked the video and drops a comment letting us know if you are excited for the DLC and if not, why? And then as always, everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.